This is the bigger of the two black swallowtail enclosures. There is one smallish caterpillar here. I have fresh paper towels on top of the enclosure. There are two caterpillars here, so that's gonna go up. One caterpillar here. One caterpillar here. This guy's preparing the molt. See one small guy here. This big guy here, he was attached to two different stems. Okay. This guy here. Nobody on there. This is just an empty stick now. Nobody on there. I see a freshly molted caterpillar here. Its face is still clear and its skin is behind it on the stem. One little guy here. Nobody on there, or there, or here. Nobody there. I do see a caterpillar on the paper towels, so I will probably cut around it. Okay, there's this guy here. There's two right here. I'm gonna leave that in there because that has a nice thick stem for caterpillars that want to use it to pupate. There's a caterpillar here. I'm gonna leave that stem also for caterpillars to use. So I'm putting it up top because up top is where the clean paper towels are that are going to go back into the enclosure. Okay, let's see here. Whoop. This guy is, there we go, was holding on with one part of his hind legs. Okay, we've got a couple of caterpillars here. Ooh, this guy almost just fell. This guy was barely gripping onto the paper towel with one of its feet. So many big caterpillars in here now. These are empty. These are empty. Empty meaning unoccupied. Oops, sorry. Bumped into my phone. So I'm going to be putting this stem back in there because it's a good one for pupating on. Pupating is becoming a chrysalis. Okay, so we have this big guy there and this big guy right there. And we have this smaller caterpillar. It's a 5th instar. It's just a young 5th instar, so it's not as big as the other 5th instar caterpillars in here. I think we'll save this branch to use. Right here we have a 5th instar and not a 5th instar. There are 2 5th instars on this branch. And the only one that I see left in here is the one on the paper towels. So I'm going to lift the paper towels and cut around it because I'm pretty sure it's preparing to molt. Yes, it is preparing to molt. You can see that little tiny black face cap just barely stuck on the tip of its face. Okay, now all these are empty and I can just roll them up, trying to keep as much of the frass on the paper towels as possible. And I'm going to grab the new paper towels. And carefully put them back in here. I'll put this guy who was molting over there. And I'm going to start getting out some food for them. Some of these I wanted to try to keep in here. Well, I was going to stand some of these branches back up. So that they could be used for pupating or molting or whatever they feel like using them for. Just want to be sure that I don't anchor it on top of a caterpillar. Other stems here to use. All right, now I'm going to start feeding. Sorry, buddy. I just kind of whacked a caterpillar with a flower. All right, bear with me a minute while I get my next bag that I just picked today, this afternoon, between rainstorms. Want to be sure that everybody has more than enough food. I don't want anybody having to fight for food. And I would rather the caterpillars have way too much food than not enough. So I overfeed all the time, just in case. Okay, I think that's plenty.